have the production right here. I am the music. You have the rapper and you have the singer. So
yeah. Yes, sir.
Welcome.
It's Thursday.
Welcome in, you guys. Yes, just come on in.
Keep close to us.
Yeah.
What's up, guys?
I know these seats are kind of filled.
Welcome back to Desi Boys. Desi Boys Don't Cry.
It's another episode of Desi Boys Don't Cry.
Yes,
I want to say what's up to all the beautiful ladies. On
No,
the
give it
live.
a few more minutes.
Few more minutes still?
Few more minutes, you guys.
2 more minutes.
Yeah, just one about. No, let's do another minute. We got a few.
Come on,
Making our way downtown.
People are eating lunch and
fast.
everything.
Making my way downtown. Walking fast. What's good, you guys? We got the Power Rangers here. Hello, live. My name is Rory D. Travis. You guys already know who I am because you're watching my live. You have Jazz feedback. You right
Let's
next
go,
to me.
baby.
Yo.
What's up? Oh, why am I talking to the mic? What's up? I know I'm talking about the live. What's up, you guys? It's your boy Jazz, aka the Blue Power Ranger on Power Ranger Beast Morphers.
Hello.
What's up, guys? William Shewfelt, aka Red Ninja Steel Beast Morpher.
All right.
Let's go.
Yes. It's just us today, you guys. Just show some love to us. We're over here at Huntington Comic Con in West Virginia. It's been an amazing time. We got an amazing group of people walking in, coming in slowly. How you guys feeling today? Oh, you can give me more than that. I said, how are you guys feeling today?
Let's go!
This is gonna be a hype panel, okay? I'm a hype guy. Can you match my energy?
All right, now.
Thank you,
Thank you, Mike.
Yes.
I know you just introduced yourself for your whole online crowd, but
Yes.
let's go ahead and introduce yourself all the way down the line for all of our people.
Show them the crowd out here that on your live.
Yeah.
Show them what you got. Show them what you got.
Show them our fam.
All right.
You gotta introduce yourself too, Mike.
What's up, guys?
All right, boom, bada boom, bada boom.
Yeah.
Yo. Yep.
So,
Am I supposed to be
Yeah.
doing
Well, let's
Introduce
do it.
yourself.
Let's do it.
Oh, right here? Oh, what's good, you guys?
Normally I have a bunch of questions, but I don't have any because it's just got added. So let's start with you all. What questions do you have today? Come on. Don't you? I'll end this.
why is
now.
everyone looking at the floor now?
You will end this now.
We will end this.
We got a lot of hands. We have hands.
Yes.
So, on set, what kind of bragging rights do you have as Red Ranger, as the Red Ranger?
Well,
Yeah, go ahead, Jazz.
I'm singling you out, I'm so sorry.
you do realize I'm here too, right? I'll leave.
The bragging rights as Red Ranger is that any scene you're in, you just walk straight to the middle of the group.
Yeah.
And everybody's like, all right.
Yeah.
I'm right here,
It's okay.
guys. Still.
It's okay.
You're like, hey,
Exactly.
Exactly.
There's a lot of that.
No, it's exactly right. The bragging rights are without us even having to say. Everybody kind of knows that we are the guy in charge, and usually the Red Rangers are not because I'm biased, because I'm the Red Ranger, but like the cooler ones, right?
or they let you think that, the other color.
Exactly, right? Let me believe, lie to me.
You saved yourselves.
Please lie to me. So it's one of those things. I remember we had a scene with. Remember we did the scene where we're jumping we're in the karate room, and I'm practicing martial arts with you and Zoe, and we're practicing with the judo sticks.
I remember
And
that.
we had a thing where the director, he was like, I think that the red guy should be doing a little bit more. You know, he has to look cool. You know, right now he's looking like he's getting his butt kicked right now, which I kind of was. You know, like.
Well, Rory was very uncoordinated too.
You know, like, you know, I have 2 left feet, you know. You ever see me dance? Wow. So
This man is an insanely good dancer.
I'm
really good.
Good.
Yo, we might
started.
want to see that.
Go ahead. Yeah, go ahead. Where was I? Yes. And he wanted to flip the scene and make me a little bit less, and then another director had to come into him. I think like Chip, the executive producer at the time, had to come in and tell him, hey, you know, the red has to be a little bit like better, so go ahead and tell him what to do. So it felt good. I didn't have to say anything because I felt like I was getting my butt kicked right now, and it feels good to be told you are the winner and rightful winner.
You are the right.
Watch out. Any questions from the blue?
Great question.
All right. So, before we go on to the questions, I know this is one of those cliche questions, but tell us how you got the part. Were you Power Ranger fans beforehand? Just give us the whole story.
Or no?
I know it is. I know it is. I know.
I'm joking. No, it's a good question. Jazz, how'd you get the part?
Yes. So I remember I was taking a nap one day, and I woke up around 2-3 p.m. and I got the audition in my email, and it just said Power Ranger Beast Morphers. And I was very confused at first. I don't know if it was a TV show or if it was a movie. So I read through it instantly, like my childhood, everything lit up. I was like, this is Power Rangers. Oh my God, I grew up watching this. So, just like how I would approach every audition, it was, preparation, watching the previous season, and, kind of seeing what kind of vibe, what kind of tonality they're going for. So I did that, and my first audition started in March. I had 0 martial arts experience, and I remember lying to the casting director and Chip, our executive producer, that I was going on for 8 to 10 months of Taekwondo. Just something, yeah. But I started taking private lessons because I was getting called. It was about 4 or 5 callbacks before I booked the role, and it was just a lot of hard work. I was doing 7 days a week. They were stretching me out, and I was racking up this bill. It was like, if I don't get the role, then I'm going to have to pay this. But if I do get the role, then I'm still going to pay it, but in a better situation. So, and I remember casting director Iris Hampton, shout out to her. Adam, the assistant, was also amazing.
Yes.
They kept giving me, clues. They were like, if we were to call you back, would you be able to do this and this and that? I'd be like, yeah, of course. He's like, and if we were to call you back and this is going to be a bigger room, would you be able to do, some flashy kicks? I was like, I think I'm getting a call back, right? So, long story short, I remember I went to an audition in LA. I flew out there, and I had a feeling that I was going to get the answer that day after a month of waiting and not hearing anything back. So, I had a layover in Phoenix. As soon as I touched down, when you taxi and you're going to the gate, something just told me to, you're going to hear something. So, I took my phone off of airplane mode and got a text from my agent instantly and said, call me ASAP. I was like, okay, this is either very good or it's going to be very bad. So I called head between my knees. We're still going to the gate. And I was like, hey, what's going on? And my agent's like, yeah, so I have you on a conference call with everyone. And I was like, okay, either they're going to pick me up and be like, it's all good. It's time to move on. You worked really hard. We're proud of you. Or you booked the job. And at this point, I was very close with my agency's assistant, Jake. And he's like, yeah, we're just going to let Jake say it. And I was like, okay, cool. And then I just found out, they were like, so I guess we're talking to the new Blue Ranger. And I just remember putting my head in my knees and I was like, what? Because when it happens, I was thinking that I was going to cry. I was going to be like this and that. But it was more like a shocked feeling. It was like, wait, what? What just happened? My life just changed tremendously. And then the executive producer called me that night to congratulate me. And September 1st, we were on our way to New Zealand. That's basically how I booked the role. Rory?
Here, I'll
go ahead. You take this.
So, for me, the way that I booked this role, I've told a lot of people this story, but I had set this goal for myself. It was my last year of college. I was doing economics. I didn't want to be, I didn't want to go into corporate, basically. And I had done internships every summer. I was like, man, I really don't want to do that. And I've always wanted to act. Now is the perfect time. I'm 20. If I'm ever going to try this, I got to do it now before I end up in the workforce. Mm-hmm. So that last year, I did everything in my power to push on that. And I had no acting experience at all. I had martial arts experience. I did that from when I was 5 to 13, but I had no acting experience. So I started auditioning and headshots and everything, doing plays, short films. I came back one night. I was going to UC San Diego. So I drove back from LA. I had just done this little perspective Coca-Cola thing. It was 1 a.m. by the time I got back. I saw an audition in my email from my agent. And it was for, I don't even know if it said Power Rangers. I think it said Untitled Kids Superhero Show or something like that. I was like, eh. But it was for the next morning, 10 a.m. And I'm like, damn, I'm going to have to get up, drive back to LA for 10 a.m. So let me get a couple hours of sleep. Let me memorize these sides and then let me go back. And this Coca-Cola thing, I was in the sun all day. I was pink. I was burnt. That's cool. So I showed up, did the first audition, boom, went pretty well. And then same thing, like we had 3 or 4 more auditions after that. Callbacks is what they call them. And the second callback, I remember thinking, like, if these people call me back after this one, they're fools, because I sucked. I was like, this second callback, I did not do a good job at this one. Like, I stuttered a few times during my lines and stuff, and I was like, damn, man, that's not good. But somehow I got that third callback, and this third one, I was like, I'm not messing this one up. Like, this one's gonna be smooth. So that one, I showed up on my A game for that, and so we did that one, and you wait like 2-3 months before you finally get that final decision.
We waited a month.
Oh, well, we waited like 2 months. And I was filming like this independent feature film, and it was at night. We're in LA. My agent's like, hey, we're going to get the decision today. And I kept telling everybody at the agency, I was like, guys, relax. I got this. I promise you guys, don't even worry about it. Like, I just know this is happening. And they're like, okay. Like, they didn't know why I was so sure, but I just had a feeling. So we're filming, and then I get the call, and I tell everybody in the production, I'm like, guys, I got to take this call. Like, it's that important. I leave, take the call. Chip's on the line, and he's like, William, we just want to let you know that we really enjoyed your auditions. We love what you have to bring to the table, and we would love for you to be our next Red Ranger. And I was like, man, it's such a crazy feeling, because the fight to get there is so hard. Nobody will understand like what each of our individual struggles are to get there. Mm-hmm. So when you get that breath of fresh air, it's like you're underwater for like 2 minutes, and you finally come up, you're like, oh,
great, taking it all in.
It's something. And I immediately called my family, and yeah, it was that year-long goal, the culmination of that. So yeah, amazing moment.
Oh, for myself, getting the role. So yeah, same thing. We went through the audition process. I came from a background of dance, so I had no prior martial arts experience, and just like Jazz, I had to tell a little story to production to get me through the door. So it's okay to do that too for those actors who are out there.
Make it till you make it.
It's okay to twist the truth just a little bit in your favor. Sometimes it helps out. Yes, it's crazy. From my experience, it was 2018, and I was already staying in California at the time. And there was another round of auditions that went out prior to the main audition that was, May-ish or like April. So in February, there was a round of auditions, and I auditioned for Beast Morphers for the first time in February. Met Iris, met Adam, who's the guy behind the camera at the time, and had a great audition. For our audition, we had to have the acting lines prepared, the sides, and we had to do a minute-long choreography of like a fight or something, right? So I did the acting, which was fine. I did my fight, which was amazing, which I thought, right? And I danced a little bit. Iris loved me. She was just like, well, first of all, it was funny because I had dropped some eucalyptus oil on my resumes that day. So the very first thing she does is just like, what is that? Rory, what is this? You know?
I've never heard of that, dude.
Dude, yeah, straight up. Like,
is that a trick?
I know, like, I did it on accident. And I was like,
smell it and then look at it.
I was scared. I was nervous. I was like, what is she smelling? You know, like, what could she possibly be smelling? But it smells great. Like, okay, like, that smell like cologne. Like, I don't know. Like, is it my eternity? I don't know. And didn't hear anything back from that audition, surprisingly. So 2 months later goes by, and I'm in Tarzana, California at the time, staying with this Russian guy and his son. And, which is also another funny story. And I get a call from my manager, and he says, hey big guy, we have an audition for Power Rangers. It's the same one that you auditioned for 2 months ago. Same lines and everything. I think we should just miss out on it, bro. They passed on you. Let's just pass on them. And then, I just got done like partying the next day. It was a Saturday or something like that. And it's maybe like 12 o'clock, 9 o'clock in that morning. And the audition was that day. So I kind of had to jump up, get ready, and go ahead and do this. Luckily it still had the same lines. So I told him, you know what, man, I'm just gonna see if I can attempt to get a call back. Let me just try it and attempt it again, because I just didn't feel like that first time I didn't get my due diligence. I killed that first audition, so I thought. So I pull up in Studio City area.
Yeah.
I want to say.
Studio City.
We do the audition. It was great. We got another round of auditions. It was great. They paid for me to get private lessons with Mike Chat. You guys know Mike Chat, right? Oh, Mike.
Tell them about it.
Look, y'all don't know Mike Chat?
Lightspeed Rescue.
Lightspeed Rescue, Blue Ranger, right? So Mike Chat, he has a
dojo.
A dojo in California as well, and he also teaches Rangers that were coming up. So we took lessons with Mike, worked with him, and now we're here for the chemistry test. And this is where I meet my big guy right here, right? This is my right-hand man. Jazz, meet Bedwally. Bedwally! Bedwally! So me and him, it's crazy. We had a connection in the audition room. Like, we're beatboxing, same stuff like we do now. We were doing in the audition room. Our Yellow Ranger, Jackie, who plays Zoe, me and Jackie knew each other prior to the Power Ranger audition. She was my little dance buddy way back in the day. I'm from South Carolina too, so that's East Coast. And all the auditions are in the West Coast. So at the time, me and my mother had moved to California. And that's where I met Jackie in the acting class. And Jackie's like 4 years younger than us. So she's my little dance buddy. And she was there at the audition. So I'm freaking out. I'm like, yo, what are the chances that you're at this audition? So we're dancing during the audition. It was like just chemistry. Like, it was just there. I go and do my audition. I had a lot of things happen. This just goes to show, for anybody who are listening out there, this just goes to show that if you put your mind to something and you really commit to it, you can really achieve anything. I learned, they changed the lines for the very last audition. I learned the other person's part.
The girls' lines.
The girls' lines. Didn't even know. There was 2 scripts. They had the same script and he had another script. It's not the girls' lines. There was another guy with the guy.
Alex.
Yeah, exactly. And I didn't know I had to play Alex. I played the other person. Nobody said specifically in my breakdown of the audition which person I was going to be, because nothing said, this is the Ranger, and I couldn't determine through the lines. So I get there and I figure that out. Oh, I had the wrong lines prepared. Right, it's the very last audition. Great, it's gonna be amazing. I call my manager. I'm upset. Vince, bro, what's going on, man? Why I had the wrong lines? I'm freaking out, and my anxiety's here on 10. He's just like, he was so great. Rory, just calm down. You are there now, and you just have to make the best out of the situation. Okay, kids, sometimes we make bad grades at school, sometimes we have a rough day. You just have to make the best out of the situation, So I had to do that, make the best out of the situation. And I get in there and I called my fiance and I had to tell her exactly what was going on. And you guys, maybe I had 30 minutes to learn 3 pages of lines, which is not hard. But when you're anxiety and all that stuff, it's there. So get that in my brain, go in the room. It's like 7 people in there. I did great, I think, for the acting part, martial arts part. I worked on this with Mike Chat. Now, I'm very big, right? Big with my movements, even for the audition. I'm just, all of that, right? Right. And so my very last move for my audition was a super punch to the camera. And I wanted to get like this close to the camera. You're going to see my fist, right? And they were going to cut it right there. I knew they were going to just cut it right there. Yeah, so Rory goes to do that, and I do a charge. Anybody knows like Dragon Ball Z in this room, right? So I do a key charge up, like Goku going Super Saiyan 3. That last I punched the camera. The camera went down. The cameraman went down. Adam on the table. Everybody's like, whoa. I went down. I fall on the castings table So can you imagine? This is an audition. Like this is our job. It's like professional.
And it's
this
a
is the most
final
professional
audition.
moment that we have to be in, and I'm like blowing it right now. right. But it couldn't be helped. You guys, like I said, if you make a mistake, don't show it. You know, it's acting related. Like if you make a mistake and you're in an audition or you're on set and you make a mistake, use improv to go through it. Use improv to just put shoot right past the scene as if you never made a mistake or that mistake was intentional.
Yeah, I remember when Rory came out, he was like, bro, I punched the camera. He's like, I know I'm not getting that role. I punched the camera.
I was straight up. I was like, dude, like, there's no way. Chip sat me down. He was the executive producer at the time, and he talked to me for a little bit, and and it was just like, I was trying to get a sense of if I had maybe gotten the role or not, and never apologize. I'll also add that. Don't apologize if you make a mistake. It happens. You go with the flow, move like a wave, just flow. So, a month passes by from that last audition. A whole month. So that was June. That was
May.
That was May. And that was August. No, and then it was July. It's July
25th.
July 25th.
July 25th!
And I'm sitting in my room and I'm watching Dragon Ball Z. I'm super taking a drink right now. And I get a call from this random number. And I usually don't answer numbers I don't know. But I answer this one number, and it's Chip. Hey, Rory. How are you? You can hear him smiling through the phone.
Yeah.
So I'm like, yeah. So I have some interesting news to tell you, man. We have much deliberation. We've decided that you're going to be our new Ranger. How you guys sound right now is exactly how I sounded. Chip said, Rory, you don't sound excited. I said, Chip, I'm speechless. I have no idea what to say, And it's crazy. This is how excited I was caught in the moment that I didn't even ask what ranger I was, what color I was. I was just so excited to be a ranger. And it wasn't until I got on the phone with my agent, Erica Diabru, the fabulous Erica Diabru, and she's Rory. You don't know what color you are? Rory. She's probably watching. Rory, you're the lead. You're the Red Ranger. Oh my God! Look, I just get on my knees and God, you have taken care of this brother. So that was my that was my experience. Yes.
Man, that cliche question got me 25 minutes. Did you guys watch that? Awesome. Thank you all so much.
No doubt.
I loved it. So what questions do we have? Not everybody at once. Yes, sir.
Yeah, man.
Big man.
So what was the hardest part of being on set?
Ooh, the hardest part of being on set.
Staying awake.
Yeah, dude. Keeping your energy. You're on set
Yes.
for 12-hour days sometimes, so that can be challenging.
It was very hard, especially if we had a super long day the day before. On second units, we had 2 units. Main unit was drama only, acting only. Second unit was mostly focused on stunts. So if we had a really hard day, I was doing stunts. The next day we had really dramatic scenes. Those are the days were very rough for me because my energy would just be exerted and just tired. And especially when we're on, they're because they expect you to turn it on right then and there. You would do it and they'd be like, all right, we're moving to this location. Cass can go and take a break. We would sit down and Rory would pass out. I'd be on my phone just lazy. As soon as I would get relaxed, it'd be like, all right, Cass back on set. Thank you so much. Cass back on set, and yeah, you go there, the final checks, final looks, and you got to turn it back on. So that was the hardest thing for me.
It's energy completely. We get picked up at around 6, usually 6:30 a.m.
Yeah.
You'll get picked up around then. And I had the bright idea back then that I was going to train before we filmed because I didn't want to try to do it after. So I would get up at 3, I would go work out, and then I would come back, shower, go to set. You would be on set most days until about 6 p.m. Sometimes later if you have a read-through where you're reading the next script, you might get off at 8 p.m.
On Monday.
So it's all day. And the other thing, I think it's definitely at the beginning, it's super fun. Everyone's catering to you and they're doing your makeup and adjusting your outfit. And they're like, oh, do you need this? Do you need that? And it feels super fun at first. But then you realize when you're on set, none of your time is yours. If you sit down and you just want to like breathe for a second, they're like, yo, we're going to need you up here.
Right.
If they're like, hey, we won't need you for a few scenes, you can take a nap. You go to the trailer and they're like, actually, we're going to need you in costume for something. Like,
or they would like fit in like wardrobe fittings, or they want to do makeup. Oh, you got to get a haircut now. And you're like, oh.
They'll just be like, can you just take a walk around the studio? They'll just find.
Can you walk my dog?
Yeah, they'll find things for you to do. So that's one of the major things, like learning to keep your energy up. And one of the things, we all showed up so fresh-faced, so young, so energetic and stuff. And I remember they have these little reflector things that when you're shooting a scene, they have the lighting, but they don't want shadows on your face. So they'll have a little white screen underneath to bounce light off so that it kind of lights your face up a little bit. At the beginning, they didn't have to use too many. We didn't have too many shadows on our face. By the end, oh my God, they had like flashlights going up on our face and like trying to cover the bags and stuff. They were doing everything. So it takes a little bit of a toll. And I remember the first 2 weeks off of Rangers, I slept a lot. Just like recovering. Yeah.
I think it can be that work balance, that's the balance of it all. So I think that incorporates energy too. And I think that's with anything that you do that takes a majority of your time. You have to think, the show films in New Zealand. So we're away from our families, we're away from our friends. All we have is each other. For me and Jazz's season, it was only the 8 Americans in New Zealand, in Auckland. So it's trying to balance, okay, we're getting up at 5 o'clock in the morning to be on set at 6 o'clock. We're getting off set at 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock to do the same thing over again the next day. It's fun. The work is fun, so we can enjoy it and get through it. But, that's a lot on the body for any person to kind of continually do when we only have one day off. Really, that Saturday, and that's it, really. So that the balance of it all is the challenging part of it. Not the acting, not like production giving us a hard time or people in New Zealand giving us a hard time. Like, no, just trying to stay on top of your game and knowing like you're on a show and you want to make sure you look good for the show. Like, yeah, I agree with you, Will. Like, man, I look great in season 1. Season 2?
Yeah.
Help me,
Yeah.
What's your favorite part about being a Kiwi? I mean, you're down there for a while. What was the best part about being in Auckland?
Yeah.
They're cool people, man.
They really are.
Very, very nice people.
Chill, right?
Yeah,
chill.
Chill, bro.
Chill.
Yeah.
Cheers, bruv.
Oh,
Cheers, bro.
cheers, bro. Yeah, shotgun, mate.
I think the best part really was like when we were able to have some downtime. I feel like there was no judgment really from anybody there. It's not like how the States and people are like separated, culturally or by nationality. It was none of that there. So, it's one of those things like if you can walk into a club or something and you just see all groups and all kinds of people just having fun together, and it's like that all the time. And you're not going to hear anything like, oh, this guy is fighting, or like, gang stuff that happens in the States. You know what I'm saying? You're not going to hear any of that in New Zealand. They don't even carry guns there. Police don't carry guns. So it's like, okay. So for Kiwis, I think that their culture is very chill. One, like there's not a lot of like glitz and glam of it all, and because of that, they're down to earth. They're just down to all, like most of the majority of them who we met, Twyla, Kevin, the other Kevin, Chip. Well, Chip's from America. They're just really down. They're just really down to earth people,
Yeah. All right, we got time for maybe a couple of questions. Yeah, go ahead.
If you had a choice to be another ranger other than the one you are now, what would it be and why?
Ooh, another ranger.
Like from previous?
From a previous season, or just like any other power color?
Is like color based or just like?
Damn, you're getting technical.
Like, yeah.
Just another ranger.
Like, can I be Tommy? Okay, can I be Tommy? I'm gonna be Dr. Oliver. Tommy. Black Ranger. Dino Thunder.
JDF2.
JDF.
The White Ranger. You could say me.
Probably Rory.
My man. Why? Jazz. Really?
He said it while looking at me too.
So all of Jazz's fans, I love you guys.
I'm kidding, man. No, any other Ranger? I gotta admit, I thought the character of Andros is super cool. He's always been like one of my favorite Rangers.
Yeah.
What's that?
Andrews was definitely cool.
Yes,
cool.
yes.
Came in lead.
Yeah, Chris is like awesome, buddy. But,
Thank you.
Yeah, I would love to be Andros.
Will these Morphers be coming back as guest stars in the current season?
Ooh, great question. We don't know.
We don't know actually. We're in the
We don't
same
know.
boat as you.
You know, COVID was one kind of took a break in the industry, so New Zealand's doing a very good job in keeping everybody out of the country because they are safe. I think they don't even wear masks anymore. I want to say, right?
They don't.
Yeah, they're totally clean there. So it's a possibility for sure. Either it'll be next year, 2 years from now, 5 years from now.
10
We'll-
years.
We'll be back.
30 years.
Commander Devin Daniels shall be back.
All right, maybe a couple more happen. More couple. You and then you. Cool. All right, go ahead. Sir.
What were your guys' favorite lines that you said on set?
It's morphin' time.
Yeah, I think it's morphin' time.
I would always say to everything, epic.
Epic.
That was it. Always.
So lame.
Yeah. Everything was epic.
Epic.
All right. And question right there, sir.
What was your favorite set of previous Rangers?
That's a good question. Previous set of Rangers.
I liked who we had on our reunion episode. So in Dimensions in Danger, we had Jason Dave Frank, we had Jason Font, we had Catherine Sutherland,
Ciara.
maybe Nakia was there. Yeah, Ciara was there. Yeah, they were all super cool. Super cool.
I think our season, to be honest, yeah, with Austin, we had what was it?
We had Dino Thunder.
Dino Thunder,
Dino Charge.
Mighty
and
Morphin. I think that was the sickest team up, especially when they did that one shot. Boom, 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 boom. It's Morphin time, and then all the fireworks behind us. We were fangirling in the back, but that was super sick. Oh my god, hey, Jason! Tyrannosaurus.
Yeah, right.
When he when he said it, I was like, dang, like I felt that.
Yeah, like he has that to a T. What was the question again? Oh, set of Rangers. Thank you. Thank myself. Favorite set of Rangers would probably have to be Samurai. I like their dynamic when they're in the dojo and they're working with their sensei. Yeah, Samurai. Mr. Miyagi. Yeah.
All right, guys.
Shout out to Michael Jackson, by the way.
Yes,
This whole time I've just been like, Simone.
Hold on, guys.
Right.
They're going to go back out. If you have more questions, go see them. Go hang out. This is our last panel. Thank you, Huntington.
Thank you. For justice we fight, when peace we fight, together we rise. Ninja Steel.
Can we, before we go, can we hear you guys say it's Morphin time on 3 as loud as you guys can?
As loud as you guys can.
With
Got you,
enthusiasm.
Brandon?
Hold on.
I got to stand up for this.
Go ahead. Everybody on your feet. I'm up to you. Let's go.
All right, guys.
I'm feeling the energy.
All right.
I'm coming down with you guys.
You ready for it?
Are you ready?
3, 2, 1. It's Morphin